Sweat.
What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome to another dope stream at Hoop Jargon. You know, the place to be if you want to talk about some sports. And I got a special host, special guest, as it were. My guy, Mr. Fantastic, man. He needs no introduction, man. This dude knows sports. He knows politics. He knows everything, in between. Fantastic, what's up, bro?
Yo, Hoop, what's up with you, man? Appreciate you for having me on, brother.
Man, absolutely, man. I appreciate you being a part of the show, man. Being a fellow Kobe fan and all that, man. So for those who don't know you, for those 5 or 6 people in the world that don't know you, go ahead and tell people a little bit about yourself, brother.
Hey, man, what's up, man? Mr. Fantastic 824, the BABG OG. YouTuber, been doing this thing for a little minute, man. Lifetime Hooper, lifetime Laker fan, not a LeBron fan, Laker fan. Magic Johnson days, okay? Been playing basketball, man, ever since fell in love with the game. So I was like 13 years old, man. I'm just playing church shoes outside, man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely being a student of the game, love for the game, true Hooper, man. Still get out here. I'm a weekend warrior, whatnot, what have you. Keeps me young. This what keep me, looking so this strong hair line at 39, man. That's a part of it. Basketball is key, man. Health is wealth, all those things. And I just appreciate my man Hoop, man, for letting me get the opportunity to give my opinion out here, man, on some good NBA playoff basketball, man.
Absolutely, man. And I like the fact that you kind of start pivoting towards talking more about sports because they know, sports, politics and men issues is kind of more or less your thing. But you being a BABG like myself, a tall ass, big ass black guy,
Yes,
what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Walk a different walk.
Exactly.
So for the listening audience, what is your stature and all that shit?
Oh yeah. Also, everybody know, man. Hey, I'm 6'5". Right now, I'm about 280. 280, man. Like I said, I had a little hiccup in my back. This back of mine is having time. So I say what. I was on the for you guys that don't know, active duty Navy. I retired this year in November. So
Nice.
I was down to like 255, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, came back or whatever, got back, started eating all this bad food I shouldn't have ate. So we back up now to about 275, 280. But hey, man, this ain't no fat boy stuff over here, man. We in the gym daily. And like I say, man, I got this cardio back up because I'm back out here still teaching these young fellas what's going on out here in these basketball courts, man.
That's what it is. I mean, and for those, I know a lot of fantastic viewers gonna come from over here. I'm 6'7", about 240, about my stat line too, man. So BABG's in the building. And shout out to the early birds of the building. SKC says, glad you two are getting together. It needs to happen more often with a variety of basketball subjects. I agree. Shout out to Miss Diva, man. Channel member says, with the eyes, look in the bushes. Appreciate you. Rap God says, salute, black brother. RT says, hold it down. Yes, sir. And shout out to Eric O saying, shout out to both of y'all. Nuggets Nation. Hey, listen, man. If we gonna get to the Nuggets, because the Nuggets, they surprising your boy. I ain't gonna lie.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
But me and you are Lakers fans, so let's go ahead and do it right. Let's start where it is, man. What are your opinions so far with the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors series, man?
All right, so far, man, I like what I saw. At the beginning of the game, I hated it. We were trying to play like the Warriors, shooting way too many threes. I think the first 3 or 4 shots we took were from threes, and they were bad threes, mistimed, all these different things. And AD didn't touch the ball until like maybe I want to say 6 or 7 possession, and then he went 4 straight shots off. And they don't have an answer for AD. All they can do is try and slow him down at best. Like I said, he made his first 4 shots, and some of them were posts. Then he had the extended jumpers, and they really didn't have an answer for him. Surprisingly, man, I was wrong about Kevon Looney getting all them damn rebounds. I don't know how he got 20 some odd rebounds, but he got them again. But those that he did get, it was whenever pretty much they had to switch AD off, so he had to guard some on the perimeter. Or out from, like, I'll say, jumper extended, like, elbow or 18 feet out or so. So then the only person down there to really rebound is Kevon Looney. But I like the adjustment that was made to get AD working in, and then started to start running the sets, got LeBron involved, and then everybody was real quiet. Then Austin Reeves came out in the third quarter, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. This is the guy we've been talking about all year. D'Lo started putting this thing in, and just all around balanced approach, man. And like I said, to be honest with you, a big, huge win that I did not expect for Game 1.
I agree, man. Playing on the road, because the Lakers, in my opinion, we play better when LeBron James is kind of not the forefront of what we do. I mean, we seen this in live action when he literally was not on the team. We saw that Jared Vanderbilt, that D'Lo, and then when you let like you just alluded to, we let AD just be the guy. We're a better team.
Yeah,
we just are. I mean, listen, man. Going forward, I think in the series where we just won, AD has to be the guy. And it's funny, man. I'm gonna say this too. So I want your opinion on this. Fantastic. Being a Laker fan before LeBron showed up, what is your take on like how it is to be a Lakers fan with the LeBron James experience and all that good stuff? So I want your unadulterated.
Man. Again, man. LeBron, that one of the biggest name that was even the only name that was in the realm of Kobe Bryant. Once Kobe Bryant became Kobe, pretty much took over the helm of the Lakers after Shaq left, was LeBron James. Nobody else even came close. There was nobody else that was even, because nobody else. As good as Dwayne Wade was, real. I mean, Dwayne Wade might have 1 year to where you could actually put him in that, argument. But other than that, I think what that 3 year stretch that we had going to the finals, 2009 to 2011, where Nike was even giving us the puppets, the LeBron and Kobe puppets, and everybody was all but expecting, the LeBron Kobe finals to finally happen, but we never got it. So yeah, man, to see that that transition happen, man, it's like, like they say, a house divided, because you still have the staunch, true Laker fans, and now you got the LeBron fans that are LeBron fans wherever he goes. If LeBron plays in with a Chongdong, China, those jerseys are gonna sell out. So LeBron fans are LeBron fans. LeBron fans are not team fans; they're LeBron fans. But Laker fans were pretty much Laker fans. Even if you were a Kobe fan, you were by far, you became a Laker fan because he was a lifetime Laker for 20 seasons.
Sure.
So yeah, man, that's the only difference. But hey, man, shout out to LeBron stands, man. Y'all welcome to the family. We're trying to get another chip. And if he does get, man, like I said, bro, I give him all respect, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm there too, man. Listen, man, I'm like amongst the school of thought. If LeBron earns it, then you earn it.
Yep.
I live in Los Angeles, bro. Like, I'm in sales, so I talk to a lot of people, and I try to work in, sports fans to ask what your opinion is on LeBron. And I've been here for about 3.5 years. It's like people are indifferent, and so with that being said, people, it's like LeBron James fans want to prematurely give him the throne. I'm just like, no, over here in Lakers land, that's not how it rock, bro. It'll never rock that way. So I always try to look at the things, from a objective, point of view. And I want to take things in small doses. And it's just hard to be a Lakers fan, in my opinion, with LeBron fans. Like you said, these guys are like nomads. These guys are not real fans of the Lakers. And so
they don't have a team, man. They got a guy. They're not. They don't have a team, man. They got a guy. They got a player. They're player fans, not
Bingo.
Not team fans.
Bingo, man. So and I'm gonna deviate a little bit, but I like Dante's question. He says, "Y'all gonna talk about Harden not being a winning basketball player?" I'll give the floor to you first.
Oh, so surprisingly, man. Again, James Harden. And I remember this, bro. I won a bet betting on James Harden once he became the franchise player, going from OKC to the franchise player at Houston Rockets. And I said he averaged 25 points a game his first season. He averaged like 24.9 or whatever it was, and I think they ended up being right at 25. So his first season as the head guy in the Houston Rockets, he averaged 25 points a game. And then he went on to be scoring champion a couple times. But my biggest issue and problem with James Harden is that he was counterfeit. And when I say that, again, it was the way he played. He was playing to manipulate the referees to get calls more so than actually playing to score. So he was playing to get fouled, not playing to get the and one. So when they started putting him in the, hey, this guy's a great, I think Charles Barkley that said, oh, this is the greatest scorer of all time. He was talking about, him being in the realm of Jordan, Kobe, and Wilt. And I'm just like, bruh, no, for one, he had 2 back-to-back seasons where he took more free throws and more 3-pointers than twos as a shooting guard. Okay. So he shot more 3-pointers and he shot more free throws than he did regular field goals. And we know they changed that rule. I think it was 2 seasons ago, to where, you can't just purposely go to try to get a call in order to play. And we saw it take a great toll on his play, on the thing. Now, he does have those spurts where he can go off, but still, in him being the guy, nah, he's not the guy. He is, like I said, when he has a better chance when he's a number 2 and or number 3 option. But yeah, man, Harden is a good second to third go-to guy, and he could still explode for 45 points like he did the first game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, James Harden to me is a bastardized version of like the Kobe Bryant ilk, of a guy who just has the ability to, shoot the three at a very high level. He has the step back is his thing. Step back and then drive to the basket going left is his thing. I just think that in between that, though, he has nothing else. So when I watch a guy like James Harden, I'm just a little disappointed because, in the regular season, like you alluded to, he gets all these calls and he gets a lot of free throw, attempts and what have you. But when it's time for the playoffs, when they call it nut cutting time, he got nothing for you. And I have a problem with a guy like that being compared to, like, we say Kobe Bean Bryant, because from a stature standpoint, James Harden about what, 6'6", 220.
Yeah.
He's right there in that ilk of the Jordan Kobe thing. But when it come down to like cutting nuts, I don't want James Harden on my team, bro.
No, not yet. Not the go-to guy. No, as the number one option. No, and we saw that, like I said, all those years in Houston. Especially two particular times I remember him was the year. It was like, I think it was either So it was the year before he finally won the MVP. It's a year when they gave Russell Westbrook the MVP, and they ended up playing the Spurs the second round, I think it was, and Manu Ginobili like shut him down, and he quit on the team. I forget what season that was, but I'll never forget it. They locked him up, man, and Manu Ginobili was giving him hell on both ends. So that, and then another one was the last year that CP3 was there, and CP3 was healthy, and what happened? Did he get hurt or something like that or whatever? And the Warriors came back to beat them in 6. So no, CP3 was healthy that whole thing, and that was because last year everybody was using the excuse that, okay, CP3 was out, and Steph Curry put on another one of his great playoff performances, because the first half he was like 0, he had like 2 points, and then he came off, he ended up like with 30 something, and they torched him and got him out there in 6 games. So yeah, man. Great player, all-time great. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, of course. MVP, multiple things. I don't know if he'll ever get a ring. I really hope he does get a ring. I don't ever wish to not see a guy. I don't think there's ever been a guy I don't want to see get a ring. But just him being the number one guy, that day is over. That train is come and gone.
Yeah. And what you're alluding to is 2019. That's when Steph Curry had 0 points at halftime, and he ended up with 30.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most masterful performances I've seen from a guy who's had a horrible half in an important game and came through. It was a savant going forward. So yes, absolutely. I know exactly what you're talking about. I was in Dallas at the time, it's where I resided, and it was masterful to see Steph Curry pull himself out of that hole, as it were. Yeah. So what you said is absolute facts. Let's see. Turbo says LeBron James is 24-0 in the career after going 2-0 in the series. Wow. So hey, that's something to say, man. So if the Lakers were our Lakers, let me say, if we go up 2-0, I think it's a done data, because the series going back over here to Southern California, it's a debate right now. And so question, man. Fantastic. What do you see this game today? It starts at 6:00, so it's about what, 3.5 hours. How do you see this game playing out?
I expect this to be a huge game, man. It's gonna be, if we win this one, this is gonna be a tooth and nail, all-out war. Steph Curry had a horrible game last game. He didn't do anything pretty much in the whole first half. He started to get on a little bit towards the second half, but then he got countered. Like I said, Austin Reeves started firing back. He was in foul trouble, if I remember right. He had like 3 fouls, either going into the second quarter or right at the beginning of the second half. The Warriors are going to make efforts to get more in the paint versus just relying on off perimeter shots. And I just expect the Warriors to make this one extremely difficult. I hope we win. Again, if we give the ball to AD, man, and run the offense through AD, and LeBron be the facilitator like he did, man. LeBron doesn't have to get 30, 40 points. We don't need him to get 30, 40 points. If you get LeBron, like we said, I think he had 22 points, 22, 8 and 5 or something like that or whatever. Yeah. If we got facilitating LeBron, man, and LeBron being the floor general that he is, and being able to control the tempo. Yeah, man, I definitely like it. But I know this was going to be all-out war, because I don't think people understand the importance of not only Steve Kerr, but this team understanding timing and the importance of games. And like you've never seen them really. This is what's made me so impressive with them since they started their championship journey. Is, bro, whenever they have to get that win, bro, they get it. Unless it's all out in some way they just can't, or like horrible circumstances. And the people look at it, man, like a lot of people lose sight of what happened in 2016, which would have been the perfect season. Andrew Bogut broke his arm. Somebody else got Andrew Iguodala had back spasms. Draymond Green got to spin the game, like post the game with the ghost, scrotum touch and all those different things. And a lot of that stuff, a lot of that stuff worked in the Cavs' favor, man.
Yeah.
But ever since that, bro, like I said, this team, bro, has been, and then of course, the last year when they went and they lost to Toronto, he had the KD lost his Achilles. And I don't think people even remember, bro, for that quarter or whatever time that KD was in there, bro, KD was on fire and they were unstoppable. And then too, Clay tore his ACL in that same game too.
Yes.
So again, man, if you actually keep up with it, you see the journey that they've been on since 2015. This team is very, very, very well coached, and just like you said, masterful when it comes to understanding the big moments, the big games, and the important wins.
Yeah, I mean, in Golden State to me is a team that just plays basketball the right way, and they have these interchangeable parts, man. And shout out to Malik Rose, man. Malik Rose was on my channel last week, man. 2-time NBA champion Malik Rose, and what he was saying is just the system was just so solid that no matter who you brought in, Francisco Elson, you brought in your boy Rasho Nesterov. Well, no, not Rasho. Tiago Splitter. Right, you had those interchangeable bigs, and you brought in Boris Diaw. The Spurs system just worked, and I just juxtaposed that to what Golden State does. Golden State is just good at bringing in guys. Because you remember, like about 4 years ago, they had your boy Quinn playing at the shooting guard, and then they had Barbosa before that. The Warriors are just really good at just bringing in pieces. Now you got Andrew Wiggins, and you just have guys who come in. Now Jordan Poole, no, that's a whole nother discussion for another day. But Jordan Poole is Jordan Poole. But you bring in people who understand the system and have their own little, variants, but it accentuates what the whole is. And the whole is from what we've seen, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. You got guys like Kevon Looney. Like, listen, man, I would, if I had to bet, like, pick an NBA player to play one-on-one with for your life savings, I would pick Kevon Looney. I just would, bro. Like, I think I would have a modicum of a chance.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter though. He's so good at what he is. But go ahead.
Well, no, like I said, I think people forget that Steve Kerr comes off that tree, because Steve Kerr won his last championship with the Spurs, right? I think his last championship that he had as a player with the Spurs. And the masterful thing about that offense, man, is it's a combination of all the franchises he was familiar with. Of course, the Bulls. It has a migration of the triangle offense, the system, the ball movement, and the flex system that the Spurs use, and then the run and gun system that was when he was what was his position with the Phoenix when he was with Phoenix? I think he was the GM. He was the general manager of Phoenix Suns. So all those things, man, Steve Kerr took into, a little bit of here, a little bit of there, did that perfect mixture. And then, like you said, that's why you're able to have. And what's crazy? Last year, man, Steph definitely deserved the Finals MVP. But if there would have been anyone that should have got the Finals MVP other than Steph, it would have been Andrew Wiggins. And what Andrew Wiggins did last year, for Andrew Wiggins to be able to come in and have the impact of a Kevin Durant, you know what I'm saying, when you're talking about maybe not as much offense, but his defensive presence and just being able to hit big shots and be able to be that guy you're able to plug in several places and defend multiple positions. Yeah, man, that was a wonderful thing. And like you said, I don't think people understand and realize just how much of that Spurs flavor or coaching tree that Steve Kerr has in him.
Yeah, and I got into a discussion with a brother the other day, and I was like, man, Greg Popovich's coaching tree is immaculate, man. Budenholzer, Mike Brown, Steve Kerr, so on and so forth, man. Like, he's produced guys who that situation goes further. And I'll give another name, Danny Casper, man. He was my coach at my school, Stephen F. Austin State University, my first D1 I played at. He's on that Greg Popovich tree as well. He coaches basketball the right way. So when you see guys come in and they basically adhere to that system, they generally have good results. Now every year, no, it's not guaranteed, but it's like we take them to the football field. It's like Bill Belichick, man. Like Bill Belichick produces good coaches. I'm sorry, Bill O'Brien, old buddy who the quarterback's coach. What's up, but God damn it, I just had it. All right, it'll come back to me. But at any rate, good coaches who lay a foundation down, they basically have coaches who go out and they make their own little, iterations of what they do and what they preach, and they have good results. So I'm always going to give some credit to coaches who come off that tree because they learn the proper way.
Yeah.
Josh McDaniel, I think Josh McDaniel is an old buddy who's a quarterback coach.
For who?
In NFL. He keeps getting like jobs like as far as being an OC. I think it's Josh.
I don't know, man. I don't keep up with the NFL like that.
That's fair. I think it's Josh McDaniel who I'm referencing. But yeah, man. So, but at any rate, go ahead, bro.
Well, no, man. Yeah, just that's one of the biggest things too, man. That's why I don't, and that's why I say this out of this matchup. I definitely like us. Whoever comes out of this matchup, man. If I had to bet money, depending on these next two games, what Denver is gonna do with Phoenix, man. If Denver sweeps Phoenix, bro, I don't know. I can't call it. You know what I'm saying? But if they at least make it 6 games, man, I would definitely put all my money on whichever teams come out of the series between us and Golden State. I just feel like the veteran leadership between LeBron and AD, even though Darvin Ham, I don't know, but he's able to make the and this is what we know too. Look, bro, there hasn't been a coach, a actual coach in LA since Phil Jackson left. All right. LeBron James, Mike D'Antoni, that was horrible. We played around with so many other coaches or whoever, guys or whatever. But yeah, when LeBron purposely picks these coaches as to where they're gonna play the LeBron James system. So you have to give LeBron credit there too, man. LeBron is one of the best guys to make everyone else learn to play his way. You have to. In order to be successful, man, you're gonna have to do it the LeBron James way. And if you don't, he go get you up out of there anyway. So
So okay, so you mentioned the LeBron James system. What is that?
So LeBron James system, man, is pretty much where LeBron likes a lot of shooters. We know that. LeBron James is going to be the person that runs the point forward situation. You're gonna have now lately here with the Lakers, it became more 3 oriented, which I still don't like because do we have shooters? But do we have the shooters we had when we had Jeff Green and who's the other guy? KCP the year that because they were with us in championship year, right? I think both of them were on the championship roster, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You had those guys. Yeah. But LeBron's gonna get to the paint. No one's gonna stop LeBron to get into the paint, man. Again, 6'8", 2 allegedly, 260 or better or whatever, less than 10% body fat. Dude, still he's gonna be 39 this year, and still 40-something inch vertical. Basketball, one of the greatest basketball minds we've ever seen. He knows every spot on the floor. He knows how to get to his spots. He knows how to get other people to their spots. Get to the lane, kick it out to your shooters. If he gets the mismatch, he's gonna do that horrible switch off to the slower guy, get by him, blow to the rim, and nobody's gonna really be able to stop him or contest him at the rim. Surprisingly he's improved in his free throw shooting, and pretty much him being the guy, man, and trusting him to make the decision and getting his teammates to a point of where they trusted themselves to make the shots if and when he decides to pass to him in a big position.
Yeah, and I want to add to that because I asked you that for a specific reason. So the LeBron James system, in my opinion, is very predicated on him being the provocateur of everything.
Yes.
He's a guy who's going to deliver the ball. He's going to control pace. He's going to do all those things. And I just think you get a mixed bag of nuts with that, in my opinion. As we see in this latest iteration with the Lakers, we actually better when that's not the case. We're better when we move the ball around organically. We have AD being basically AD, and the other guys stepping in and moving the ball and contributing, on the levels that they contribute. And we saw that because when LeBron James was hurt, we were playing damn good.
Yeah.
with Jared Vanderbilt and Austin Reeves and AD being at the head, we played our ass off. So I just find it funny that the LeBron James system that is very much LeBron James led, we kind of seeing that kind of weighing off right now. Like that's not what is successful for the Lakers right now. So as we go forward, I want to see more of the Lakers just doing what we do, which is move the ball around, get the ball to guys, in advantageous situations, and keep playing organic basketball. I think that's the best for us.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like I said, it was proof of that. Like I said, if you watched the last game, anyone that watched the last game or the first game of the series with the Warriors and the Lakers, man, I was pissed. I even tweeted about it. I'm like, bro, why are we trying to play like the Warriors when again,
Yes.
we're not going to AD? And as soon as we go to AD, he immediately starts producing. Like I say, they don't have an answer for him. He's just too dynamic. As decent of a defender that Kevon Looney is, he's only that against very, very limited bigs and undersized guys. So if you put him up against any type of, I'll say mid to top tier big guy, bro, he has no chance. He has no chance, bro. Like I say, he's not doing anything with AD, like even every 50-50 rebound, well, not every 50-50 rebound, but 90% of the 50-50 rebounds, he can't out jump AD. A guy that's the same size and has athleticism, nope. He can't really contest the shot, all these different things. I saw it one time, it was funny. I think it was the second quarter when AD mistakenly put the ball back in because he tipped it by mistake and made a basket in the Warriors basket. So yeah, even in that case, it seems like a bad thing, but it just shows you like, bro, you can't, what I'm saying? It's nothing he can do with AD when it comes to, just overall game.
Agreed. All the way 100% agreed. And so, and shout out to my guy, Jay Bigwater, putting $20 on it, God dog. You know they get you over here, man. You know they get you over here. With dollar bills, say money, yeah, money, yeah. Jared, shout out, I appreciate you, man. Channel member putting 20 on that. Much appreciated, my man. And also, my guy Flight doubles down back with the 20-piece, 2 in a row, God dog. Man, bring dollar bill back, man. Bring them back. Money, yeah. Money, yeah. Much appreciated, gentlemen. So, man, listen, man, and that's why I want to bring Fantastic on, man. This has been like a year in the making because Fantastic knows what he's speaking about, man. And so what I try to do on this channel, man, I don't want to cheat y'all ever. I'm going to teach you, well, not teach you. I'm going to speak about basketball the way I know it to be. And then if you disagree, no problem. But we're going to come with some real shit. Again, that's why I don't have big panels. You know what I'm saying? I don't come with big panels with a lot of people because, I mean, listen, man, no disrespect to everybody listening. God bless you. So, some of y'all be on some bullshit. And I'm not going to let you come up here and just say bullshit just because you got a camera and a phone, right?
Hey man, like Roger Mayweather say, man, hey, y'all don't know shit about basketball, man. Y'all don't know shit about basketball. You don't know shit about no basketball, man. Yeah, everybody decent, man. Like I said, it's just having a love for the game, man, and being a student of the game, like I said, and being able to see the little things I guess that other people don't see, man. It's just a different. I playing is a huge part of it, and like you said, just being a student of it, man, and actually having a passion for it. So, like you said, when bro, I just want to hear no BS. Like you say, yeah, man, if we're gonna have the discussion, sports debates, that's what we do. That we love that. You know what I'm saying? We love that all day. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, like it's like when people like, and I'm a Kobe guy, but man, LeBron James trash. I'm like, come on now, brother.
Come on, brother.
Yeah, come on, we're going too far. Hold on now, we're going too far, brother.
Hey, the words are fantastic. Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
Come on now, brother. Come on, brother.
You got to rank people. And listen, man. I try my best because, I played D1, I played professional overseas. I really try not to just dismiss people's opinions. But when your opinion is so goddamn bad, it's just like, bruh, come on with it, dog. Shit. Hey, shout out to my guy Cole on Sticks, man. And this brother right here is a part of my Hoop Jargon group on Facebook. He has made himself a mainstay on YouTube with his SLR Sports Live reactions. It got more it has more subscribers than his goddamn original page. And so I got to give T. Cole so much respect for that, bro. And salute to you, family. All right, so let's move on throughout the lecture. So now we talked about the Lakers. We talked about a little bit with the Nuggets. What do you see what's going on with the Knicks, man? The Knicks are just in this situation where, I ain't gonna lie, I hate Julius Randle. I hate his game all the way. But they doing their damn thing, man. So what do you see what's going on with this Knicks and Heat series, bro?
Well, but they're on game. This is finished game 2, right?
Yes.
This is one. Yeah. So Jimmy Butler was hurt. Jimmy Butler was out. So I'm not a believer in the Knicks, bro. Again, with Jimmy Butler being there or Jimmy Butler playing, bro, I still see Heat getting this in 6 or 7. I was wrong. I was wrong about the Brunson addition. Brunson really is that dude, bro.
Yeah.
I thought Brunson was getting a lot of his shots. I'll be messed up on these heights. Brunson is a small guy. What is he, like 6'1", 6'5"? Yes, I'm saying. So Brunson's a small guy, and it's funny when you think about it, right? Because Dallas had JJ Barea, but I thought a lot of Brunson's stuff that he was getting off was due to the attention that Luka had. But nah, man, he really proved himself to be that dude, man, to be worthy of the contract he got. So shout out to him. But like you said, yeah, man, Julius Randle, as much as he has improved, I don't really know. I don't really know, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't think he's the guy for you to be able to depend on, like a Jimmy Butler or like a Joel Embiid, like a Jason Tatum or what's the buddy name, the dark skinned dude in Celtics? Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying? I don't have him to be a franchise guy and not be in, you know what I'm saying, I say top 15 to 20 discussion. Is that, I think that's what everybody looks at and you ask, like, what's going on here? So but that's who they have. So they gotta win. They were supposed to win without Jimmy Butler playing. And I think that's why the Heat were willing to let him sit out that game and get healthy. You know what I'm saying? Especially being on an ankle injury, But yeah, man, I think the Knicks are. And I don't know how they're going to do it now that they have Brunson. If they're going to move on from Julius Randle and try to go another way, that's just me. I don't see him being a number 1 guy.
Yeah, I just think, man. Listen, man. Obviously, our Lakers, drafted Julius Randle first, and I just, he's a Texas kid. I want to like the dude. I want to like him, but from what I see of him is, he's left-handed as shit. He's damn near so left-handed. I would say all the time. He's damn near right-handed. That he's so left-handed. So, and he's a guy who, in my opinion, the IQ is not there, and I'm real big on guys. If the IQ is not matching up with your skill set, I'm out. That's why when Russell Westbrook came, I was staunchly out off rip. So I just think he's not a guy, in short, that you can really build a team around.
Yeah.
So I wonder how the Knicks are going to really look at that long term. I'm not mad at them riding the wave right now because as the wave stands, he's doing his damn thing. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and take that away from that man. But if I'm looking long term, I just don't see it.
Yeah, me either. You're not going to be a contender in the league of Giannis, Joel Embiid, and like I said, whatever the Celtics are going to do. You know what I'm saying, with Julius Randle as your number 1 guy. I just don't. Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah. So, and it's the long and short of it. So, with Jalen Brunson, I think he's a very smart basketball player. I give a premium to guys who just don't. You don't rely on your scoring as your main part. You rely on your IQ.
Yep.
And Jalen Brunson is that guy, and that's why Luka Doncic went on record to say that he misses playing with him, because Good basketball players like smart basketball players.
Yes.
That's just real shit. You like a guy, he may not be, physically the best or what have you, and I'll juxtapose it this way. As great as, your boy Stephon Marbury was, he wasn't the greatest point guard because he's so great individually. When it comes down to you getting your scoring pocket, as it were, which means like when a player gets you the ball early, gets you the ball when you're comfortable scoring, you tend to like point guards who get you the ball in that capacity. And I'm gonna upset some of y'all. Shout out to Triple B's. Lonzo Ball is that to me. Lonzo Ball gets you the ball early and when you want it. So when I juxtapose that with like a guy like I'm gonna pick on him again. Fuck it. Russell Westbrook.
Yep. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Motherfucker. So it's rougher on your whole production. So
well, no, I'm glad you brought. That's the same thing I was going to modern. Like so, Starberry and shout out to Stephon Marbury. But again, man, I think a lot of people forget about Stephon Marbury because Stephon Marbury was a part of that '96 draft too, and I don't think people understand just how much of a problem he was. Him and KG, then him going to what was the Suns, then the Nets, bro. Starberry was a problem, bro. Like say, even in college, him and AI was like neck and neck. As far as those guys being impactful. So but like you said, man, I think when Allen Iverson hit the Iverson and Starberry hit the Marbury, I gotta say stop saying it. But Allen Iverson and Marbury hit the scene, that went from like when the flex guard became more popular as to where you were a scorer at the point guard position, which even if you go back to your Gary Paytons, your Kevin Johnsons, and further back legendary Isaiah Thomas's, they still facilitated the ball and they looked to facilitate the ball and run the system before scoring. If you needed to score and you set up a play for them to score, they weren't ISO ball, 75 to 80% of the time to where they were the main focal point of scoring. And then, like you said, being very, very bad with setting up their teammates, trusting their teammates and getting their teammates the best opportunity to score or in their rhythm. Russell Westbrook is the epitome of that, man. And that's, I think, him being the first player to when he got the MVP to average a triple-double since, Big O, was huge. But then at the same time, all of us that understood what it was is like, come on, bro. The triple-double thing is cool, but bro, when it comes to being a point guard, bro, he is the worst. This dude will get into the lane and shoot and thank God for Steven Adams. He's able to make a bad shot, get himself in the air and pass the ball at the last minute as a bailout. And you got one of the strongest, for sure guys are going to post present to score to help you get them 10 assists or whatever, or bail you out. So yeah, man, that, and again, bro, these dudes, let me, bro, I'm not an NBA player. My hoop dreams are long over, but bro, I know basketball when I see it. So trust me, whenever I speak to this, bro, I know these guys are better than me. I know, hey, they're in the NBA. I'm not. You just some lame dude that you couldn't make it to the league if you wanted to, brother. You right. But just like Steve, I can tell you this. You put me on the court with Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. Smith get paid millions of dollars, is the highest sports analyst. I'm busting Stephen A. Smith's ass. So if he can pay him $1 million to talk about it, and he ain't stepped on the court and I don't know how long, bro, I can definitely talk about it. And I still do this stuff like, I do this to stay healthy and young, bro. I know what the hell I'm talking about.
No, it's real shit. And like, so that's why I take issues with guys like Nick Wright. Because I'm like, bro, in a real water cooler discussion, first off, I'm going to say that I like Bernard Riley's thing. Don't attack the person, attack the message. But we know that Nick Wright's a herb, bro. He's a herb. In any situation when it's mano y mano, when it's nut cutting time, he a lame ass dude, right? So it's just funny that guys like him have carte blanche to say whatever they want to say. And listen, guys, a year ago, look at my catalog on my channel. I went when he talked about the Warriors and the Celtics series. I went every game before the game and said why Nick Wright is wrong, why the Warriors would beat the Celtics. And you can go walk it down with me. I said this before every game, so I was not Johnny come lately. So it's just funny to see guys like that, get so much cachet, as it were, right? To talk about this sport and you ain't putting no sweat equity into shit.
But he's never touched. I don't think Nick. I've never even seen. At least Stephen A. Smith has a history of actually playing basketball. He messed up his knee, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? But bro, Nick Wright's never even touched the basketball, bro, outside of like a studio setting. Please stop.
Bro, Nick Wright is a herb, bro.
Yeah, stop.
He got his jump off point in Houston at I think 710 Radio, and he got picked up from Fox Sports after that. So it's like I've always known him to be a pipsqueak. That's what Nick Wright is to me. So I'm not saying sometimes he's not right. Sometimes he is right, but sometimes his logic, I can't do it, dog. Can't do it. I can't do it, bro. I like this question about Steve Francis. Which y'all know about Steve Francis. Man, Steve Francis I would put him in a Russell Westbrook category. 6'3", highly athletic. That's back when I used to be a Rockets fan, obviously being from Houston. I think he was really good at what he did, but when it came down to it, he just couldn't give you nothing else but besides what he was. So I think Russell Westbrook's probably a better version of him. And that's a lot said for me. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. And unfortunately, man, shout out to Stevie Franchise, man. I think he's one of those guys that got forgotten, along the way. Highly athletic guy, very, very quick. Another one of those, scoring point guards, a la Allen Iverson, Stephon Marbury of that era. And like you said, man, his time just ran its toll. Him and Cuttino Mobley, that was the early 2000s version of what we seen in the Damian Lillard and I can never forget this dude, the CJ McCollum experience, right? The two small guard setup that are going to be, really, really good, high power offense. Let the two guards be the focal point of your offense, but at the same time, it's never produced. You know what I'm saying? The last two guard set to work, man, was the Pistons, Bad Boy Pistons, and then too that really wasn't two guard set. It was more of a system, but to where you had the small guy be the focal point and actually be able to win winning basketball, bro, for real, was that. So yeah, man, I just think it was one of those eras that gave birth to a lot of things we see now. But yeah, man, in his day, Stevie Franchise was that guy, man. But like I said, he was just volume scorer, very athletic and whatever. And unfortunately, with the Allen Iversons, the being smaller and all those different things, man. Once you lose that quickness, bro, and athleticism, yeah, it's hard. It's a long road, man. That's a long road.
Yeah, and so listen, man. I'm gonna tell a Steve Francis story real quick. When I was I went to Essence Festival in 2013, and I saw Steve Francis, man. I don't know if he is still, but at the time he was a raging alcoholic, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude just couldn't control himself. And shout out to E Black TV, man. Says Warriors, man. Shout out to my guy E Black TV. Steve Francis, I've watched, him really let me down as a guy who I used to admire that dude so much. So again, without shitting on him, I saw him at his worst. And it's just a funny little backstory. Just watched him on the ground. He was trying to dance on a girl. He was on the ground, just like, and this little entourage was trying to pick him up, like, bro, what you doing? And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of tarnished my opinion of Steve Francis, because I've always known him as just Stevie Franchise, athletic, 6'3", coming from San Jacinto College to the Rockets, or to Maryland to the Rockets. That's the light I've always wanted to see him in. But when I saw him at his lowest, man, it was pretty embarrassing. I saw Steven Jackson snatch his chain from him and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's had some low lights with his highlights. But with that being said, guys like that, you just can't ride them. Like you just said, with Cuttino Mobley and him, Cuttino Mobley said about 6'4" or 6'5", Stevie Franchise 6'3". It reminds me of Portland situation.
Yeah.
With your boy Dame Lillard being 6'3", CJ McCollum being 6'3", with a small backcourt, it just won't work.
It's not.
So it just won't work. It's proven not to work. Only time being with the Bad Boy Pistons, because the Bad Boy Pistons played their defense like out this goddamn world, right? They had a
Hey,
great system with
like you said, man. Hey, they even Michael Jordan to tell you, bro. I think people forget. Well, I don't think people forget. It's like it's just not enough of those people that are old enough to know or actually speak about basketball to understand just how much of a beast Dumars was defensively, man. Joe Dumars was like straps.
He's a killer,
That was
bro.
gonna be a long night.
Bill Laimbeer was a killer. Dennis Rodman was a killer.
Yeah,
Young
Dennis.
Rodman?
Yeah,
Come on,
young
bro.
Dennis.
That dude can play every position
For
defensively.
real.
Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, the Pistons had a unique situation. So I hate when people try to you compare people with heights and stats, but you don't compare the whole situation.
Yep.
I don't love that. But shout out to Miak Mike, man, channel member. He's a admin over here, putting 5 on it. Says, don't talk about Stephen A. Smith like that. He was the 13th man off the bench on Winston-Salem State. He is a CIAA bench warmer. God damn, Miak Mike, shit. Stall him out, Debo. But anyway, you know they get you over here. They get you a dollar bill action, man. Money, yeah. Money, yeah. Much appreciated. But fantastic. You got the floor, bro.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's unfortunate. Steve franchise, man. You know, they start chronicling, his personal issues and his personal battles. That's why I say, man, hopefully that brother is, past that and doing a lot better things, in his sobriety. Wish the best for him. But yeah, man. To see that, and I another team I see having that same issue is the Trae Young and DeJounte Murray going to be the DeJounte Murray experiment. Bro,
Yeah.
you just can't. We're past that level. And like I said, the closer you ever even got to it being a fruition was Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson being the small guy, one-man band. That's the last guy to really go like that.
And old buddy, goddamn, I can't think his name, man. Eric Snow. Yeah, being his.
Yeah, and like the small guy, man, again, being that, being the engine of your offense and everything, ending and dying with him. Again, we see and let's talk about Dame, right? So
Good.
Dame was named top 75 players in the NBA. Okay. Dame is not a top 75 player of all time. I don't know who or what's been going on here lately with a lot of these politics. We're seeing it now with Dylan Brooks, man. They talking about Dylan Brooks may not be in the league next year. And that's crazy. Yeah. But I think it was a big politics thing because Dwight Howard definitely should have been in Dame Lillard's position. Hands down.
Freaking
And hands down, bro. Again, that dude was the last dominant center. You know what I'm saying? Here, but well, of course, we got Embiid now, right? But before Joel Embiid came around, and this era, the legit center to where, like, we post, give him to the post, get rebounds, block shots. The traditional center, the last traditional center in the history of the NBA, and dominant at that was Dwight Howard. Yeah, and what he did.
I hate Dwight Howard too, by the way. But I'm not going to deny that man is greatness.
Oh yeah, like you said, yeah, man, for what he did from a defensive standpoint and just everything, bro. So, but Dame Lillard, man, is a great regular season and big playoff shot makers up until the Western Conference Finals. He's never going to make the finals. At this point, he's not the number one guy. He needs to be a number two to like I said, I would love to see him in Milwaukee with Giannis. I would love to see him in hell, if this thing doesn't work out with Phoenix, CP3 is done. Okay, CP3 just pulled his hamstring or just pulled his groin. I'm sorry, it's growing, right? CP3 is all but done, man. CP3, he was the I think he was the president of the Players Association, so he made it to where he could get his last big contract. He can't stay healthy. He's an undersized guy. He's always had trouble with his body towards the end of the season and stuff like that. Now, if there's a way to make the money work or wherever to where you can get a Dame Lillard in the place of a CP3 for like whatever, with a whole bunch of players and a whole bunch of whatever, but I doubt they're going to be able to do that because they just gave up the house for Kevin Garnett. Yeah. Same thing with Milwaukee. Milwaukee has no picks available, so I really don't know where we're going to see Dame Lillard next year. Could you see Dame Lillard with the Kings? Possibly. I can see Dame Lillard going to the Kings. That'd be a huge thing. De'Aaron
Fox though is like
De'Aaron Fox, Dame Lillard, and you keep Sabonis. I'm saying they got a lot. They got because they're gonna want a young player They want a whole bunch of picks and young players on and so forth. Keep Fox and but how you do it, I don't know. But Dame Lillard is that thing, man. As to where great guy, man. Again, very very clutch guy. All those different things, but bro, he's clutch up until those Western Conference Finals, man. You can't heap him all the praise, and then him never ever even seeing or sniffing getting close to a finals. Because when they did make it to the Western Conference Finals, they got swept. Steph did the monkey with them, bro. Wiped them out, got them out of there quick. So yeah, man.
No, that's real talk. Again, that's just why I don't believe in small guards who are offensively oriented, not named Steph Curry. Because Steph Curry can move off balls. Steph Curry has no ego. So he's kind of like the cheat code to that theory. But overall, you just won't give good results when your best scorer is 6'3". It just show me where it's worked.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that. Let's break down Steph Curry, man.
All right,
so Steph Curry, again, bro. Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time, hand down.
Mm-hmm.
Best screen runner of all time, hands down. One of the best free throw shooters, and he just showed, man, one of the best clutch players. I don't think people understand like the actual skill set and the physical stuff you can see, but then when you start getting the eye test stuff, the intangibles, bro, Steph is like a one of one, and that's why I say another big thing riding on this series coming back to us, right? Warriors versus Lakers is going to be the legacy of those two guys, man. Whoever wins this series gets the bragging rights for quite some time. LeBron has to win this series, bro. We have to win this series for the sake of LeBron's legacy. He cannot let the Warriors win this series, bro, because now the stuff that everybody's been asking that question now, especially after I'll say the whole KD thing or whatever, whatnot, what have you. Which, listen, man, bro, he got embarrassed those last two Warriors finals, bro.
Agreed.
He was embarrassed.
I beat the shit out of him. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, man. This is a huge series for both of their legacies.
Agreed. And shout out to D-Lob. Breaking news: the Bucks got rid of that coach. So it was that Budenholzer.
Oh, they fired Budenholzer?
Yeah, I guess he's gone.
Well, that wasn't the answer.
It wasn't, but you know how it goes, man. Shit rolls downhill. Shout out to SKC, man, channel member and the provocateur of all of our channels.
Yeah, man. Shout out to SKC, man.
SKC did it. Shout out to that brother. He says, who are some of the two favorite 1-2 duos throughout NBA history? I think that's a great question. Again, you being my host, my guest, I'll give the floor to you first.
Hey, man, of course, man. You know, number one is always going to be Shaq and Kobe, man. Shaq and Kobe's number one, hands down.
Sir.
Not about the most powerful 1-2 punch ever. Then I got to be a little biased, and I'm gonna go with Magic and Kareem, and then Scotty and Jordan and Scotty. After that, you can do a whole lot of stuff. You can go Moses Malone and Dr. J. You can go you can bring up Big O and Lou Alcindor again. You can bring up Kareem again. What's another one?
I would say LeBron, D Wade was
LeBron and Wade. You got to put them in there. Yeah, man, it's been a couple. It's been a few, but yeah, I would say like I don't know. I think we probably cap it out at really, really dominant, and you like those guys you can ride with. I'll say you probably got a good 10 of them. I can put together a good list of 10 as to where like hey, these guys, and then everybody else is just like you could argue anything outside of the 10.
Yeah, I rock with your list all the way, and Shaq and Kobe to me is number one. Maybe not from a result standpoint. I think it's to be easily argued that Jordan and Pippen the best duo. But if you really delve into it, it was more Jordan than Pippen. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
but no, Shaq and Kobe to me, man, is my favorite duo. Because it's funny how like people give Shaq so much credit. He's the most dominant person. So I always ask people like, so what is dominant? What does that mean? And it's always ambiguous. Because when you pull up the numbers, dog, beside 2000, the year 2000, Kobe was right there with Shaq as far as talking numerically.
Yeah.
Like Kobe was killing. And I remember in time because, you know, I was like a teenager. I remember when Shaq was in foul trouble, Kobe would just he would turn up to another level, man. And when your boy Ruben Patterson, which I met in real life, man.
The Kobe stopper.
Yeah.
Stop.
No, he was frying his ass. Right. I remember that shit. Like I remember when the Spurs, you know, were our biggest foes when Shaq was in foul trouble. I remember Kobe frying their ass. So it's just funny that some people have a revisionist history there, like it was just mostly Shaq, but it was the sum of both parts, from what I observed.
Yeah, man. Like I said, those two all-time great players. Outside of Kareem and Magic, those are the only two other guys that you even have in a top 10 scenario. You got two top 10 and top 15, depending. I know you say one of these days we'll have to have this conversation, bro, about how you don't got Kobe in the top 10, but you know. But
I got him.
Yeah, man. Those two players are the two biggest duos, man, that are you know, all-time great players from a Western point. No disrespect to Scottie, man. Shout out to Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen is huge. He was one of the best wing defenders of all time. Absolutely. But yeah, man, just like, you know, the drop off and the gap between him and Jordan compared to a Kareem and a Magic or Shaq and a Kobe.
Like what we talking about?
Yeah, galaxies. Yeah.
Scottie Pippen was averaging, like, their first championship, he averaged like 15 points.
Yeah.
Like, stop it.
Yeah, he never averaged over 22 points a game. Even the years without Jordan, even the years Jordan wasn't there, like he never averaged more than 22 points.
Facts. So when Scottie went to Portland, when it was his time to lead, he could not lead. When he went to Houston, he could not lead. Nope. So I'm not here to dump on Scottie Pippen, man. I appreciate for what that man was. That man was basically Giannis before Giannis was, right? He was a tweener guy, 6'9" plus. Well, Scottie Pippen was 6'7", but he had like the wingspan.
Yeah, that wingspan was crazy.
He could touch the front door to the back door. You feel me? So he had that archetype. So I got no hate for Scottie Pippen. But when you try to compare him to and shout out to one of my childhood friends, he called Jordan Demon, and I'm not a Jordan fan like that, but I've come to appreciate Jordan for what he is because Jordan is the best.
Yes, yeah.
He's called Jordan Demon because Jordan just was damn near a perfect basketball player.
Yeah, bro, you can't. Again, man, like you said, and I tell people this all the time, bro. Especially when you get a lot of the younger cats, like to have the GOAT conversation between LeBron and Jordan, and I'm just like, bro, it's just, if you know basketball, bro, it's just night and day, bro. Again, LeBron is great. LeBron one of the greatest players ever. But like I said, just to watch, and even Kevin Durant says it best. Kevin Durant says he puts the Michael Jordans and the Kobe's in a whole nother echelon because if you, as a hooper, if you know what you're looking at, bro, they literally make it an art. Literally, footwork, timing. Both sides of the ball, clutch, determination, heart, all the intangibles plus the actual skill sets, and to a degree, the numbers. Which again, one of the biggest things, man, with Kobe, people like to use Kobe's numbers as a slight, but then too, like I said, Kobe Bryant, I stand on this. I'm the only person to say it. I've never heard nobody else make this argument. This argument I always make. Kobe Bryant is the only all-time great player, GOAT discussion level player that had to wait 9 seasons to get his own team, bro. Only one.
That's fair.
So you look at it that way, and you wait, and you properly weight his stats, right? As if he had the green light like a LeBron James or all these other players, or so on and so forth, or even
like Trae Young.
Yeah, even like a Trae Young. Yeah. Imagine what Kobe Bryant we can have. But again, the era he came in with, his teammates that he had, like he was never going to be the number one option with Shaq, and he shouldn't have been, right? But all those different things, time to develop, and the era which he came in that made it available for the LeBrons and the Dwight Howards to come in being the franchise guy off rip, totally different.
Yeah. No, real talk. I mean, it's almost like, what do you want? You want individual success or you want team success?
Exactly.
you know, he sat behind Eddie Jones for 2 years, and that hindered his stats. So I just find it goofy when LeBron fans talk about, you know, but they only, in my opinion, they only want to talk about individual stats. But I'm like, okay, but if we're gonna juxtapose it with Kobe, the dude sat behind Eddie Jones for 2 years.
True.
So obviously your stats are gonna dwindle down. You played with Shaquille O'Neal. Now it led to team success, but individual success it took away from. So I always argue everything with context, because people just get so overzealous, in my opinion. They just rattle off numbers. I'm gonna pick on Russell Westbrook again, because everybody when they talk about Westbrook, only thing you can say is numbers. You can't talk about what he actually did, because what he actually did is being a low IQ basketball player. That's what he is. But he you know, everybody says the Nipsey Hussle tribute. He put 20, 20, and 22 for the Rolling 60s, which to me I think is some degenerate shit. You know,
Yeah, right.
picking up some goddamn, you know, Crip, you know,
yeah, gangland stuff.
That's bullshit to me.
Yeah, come on,
right? So, but people give niggas credit for that shit, and I'm just like, yo, what are we talking about? If we're gonna talk about basketball, let's talk about basketball. If you're gonna give like false credit for like just random shit, miss me with that, because it doesn't mean anything. Me personally, just saying. And shout out to Just Dario says, you guys think ex-Raptor coach? You talking about Nick Nurse coaches the Bucks? I think that's probable. What you think about Nick Nurse going to the Bucks?
Nick Nurse from Toronto, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a great thing. Especially because I would have said if Udoka was out. Who did Udoka go to?
Who?
Udoka. Ime Udoka is the coach of who now? Yeah, the Rockets. So yeah, I would have said those two people. But Nick Nurse is a great coach. So and I think, like I said, with the pieces he had, that Kawhi year showed it. You know, defensive minded and able to mix it up or whatever. For him to do what he did, still be able to have success with that team post Kawhi is proof that he has, you know, some things that he can make some, you know, some adjustments and so on and so. So I think that's a good pickup.
Yeah, I think Nick Nurse would be a good pickup. If that actually happens, we shall see. I think it's whatever Giannis wants. So I think that's been more.
I hope again, man. I really, really hope Giannis did not make that decision and get Budenholzer out of there. I'm pretty sure, you know, it always gets revealed if it was him. Yeah. That's not the answer, bro. They have to get off of your boy, bro. They got to get him up out of there.
Who that?
The Middleton. Chris Middleton has to go.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton has to go. And I know Giannis he doesn't want to, you know, be an official big three, have another big superstar name or something next to him, bro. But you have to get the value for Chris Middleton while you can still get it while it's there. Because, you know, hey, he's guaranteed, you know, unfortunately, to miss a couple of seasons every year with miss a couple of games every season with injury or whatnot, what have you. And I think he's somewhere up around that early 30s or late 20 range. So you got to be able to get the value from him that he still has out there before he has no value at all, and replace him with a more solid guy, man. They need a slasher. So the shooting is cool and fine. I think they need a rim attacker. Now they're gonna be able to, like a Zach LaVine type or DeMar DeRozan type. I think that's what they're actually missing. Because my bad, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I think Malcolm Brogdon was what they missed out of.
Bro, that's what I said. Out of the two players, you know what so I don't think people remember, right? So you remember when OKC had like the best young team ever next to
2012.
They had Jeff Green, KD, Westbrook, Ibaka, and James Harden, right?
Serge Ibaka.
And James Harden. They had all these five guys on the same team. The linchpin of this was Kendrick Perkins. They could have amnesty, because this is when they first brought up the amnesty clause, right? Yes. They could have amnestied Kendrick Perkins and kept either one of the two between Jeff Green and James Harden, but they didn't. So they didn't have enough money to offer James Harden to stay. So I think that's what's going on, man. Bro, you have to make that right decision when it comes to personnel and players. And bruh, I think the Bucks are definitely gonna have to get that up out of the way, bro. Like I say, you holding on to the wrong guy when it came to Brogdon, because bro, Brogdon's efficiency, bro. When you looked at the measures of his, bro, he's just. And then I saw him last night when he was playing with the Celtics, bro. Like he's just, bro. He's a true point guard. He takes smart shots. He can break down your defense. He's going to facilitate. He's going to make the right play 90% of the time. Nobody's perfect. But like you say, when it comes to a basketball mind, bro, and just to see the results he gets and consistently be there, yeah, man, they picked the wrong guy between the two.
Yeah, with a 2-guard body, though.
Yeah.
He's 6'5", and he has the frame that you can move him somewhere else, but still have him his basketball mind being dominant. So, yeah, absolutely, man. I think them moving up from up under Malcolm Brogdon was a mistake.
Yeah,
but I mean, listen, man. Monday morning quarterbacks, are always the best quarterback.
Yeah.
2020 vision, what I'm saying is
hindsight's 2020. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, it is what it is. So I like what SKC said with Stockton Malone. Yes, I would put them in that dynamic duo pantheon, as it were. Absolutely.
Yeah, they would definitely make top 10. Yeah, Stockton Malone would definitely make top 10.
God damn it, SKC, you came back with another one. Yes, I'll put him like that too. Yes.
Honorable mention, Peyton and Kemp. Yeah, I could say, but the thing with them is like they're on the outside because it was a short time. It was a short time that they was together, and like the best they ever got was what? Well, they did make it to a finals run, but yeah, that was decent too.
Yeah, absolutely. And so Kobe is the top 10. Stop it, bro. Listen, man. I love Kobe. Man, I'm gonna show you my screensaver. It's been this. I've not changed my screensaver since 2020. Let me get to it. I've not changed my screensaver in 3 years. Kobe Bryant is I love him like cook food. But the reason why I don't have Kobe top 10 is because I gotta evaluate the whole career. I'm not gonna go off my emotions. I'm gonna go off what I see. So what I see is Kobe Bryant, has a few deficiencies that take him out of top 10, but he's 11 to me. I mean, shit, it's right there. He's number 11. And I don't like LeBron James. Like, I'm not a LeBron James fan. I don't like his brand. I don't like nothing he does. But I got LeBron at 4. It is what it is. Listen, I go off your proficiency. I go off your accomplishments, and that's it. So, listen, as much as I'm not a fan of LeBron's, I'm not going to sit here and marginalize him just because I don't like him. In the same token, I'm not going to sit here and elevate Kobe just because to me, in my mind, he's the best player ever to touch a basketball. But that doesn't, yield itself to the actual real world, as far as, evaluating and having a standard. So let me say that. All right. So we getting there with the comments. Shout out to Sir Tyson in the building, man.
Shout out to Sir Tyson, man. Shout out to Tyson.
Man, Tyson, if you want to hop up, man, let me know, bro. I'll drop the link. I like your opinions on shit for the most part. Scottie Pippen was simply a Michael Jordan creation. If Scottie Pippen didn't go to the Bulls, he would be dropping. God damn.
Come on, Miak Mike, man. Come on, man.
I don't agree with that, but go ahead, man.
Well, no, it's some truth to that now, because again, man, that's another thing too. Like, making once upon a time, I didn't believe in the whole making players better thing, right? Mm-hmm. But especially with Jordan, man, being on that level of a competitor and having to go up against this actual, like say your boy said, a demon, and be at that intensity, bro. That's something that you can be taught, right? You can never become that. But you I guess, like, sort of kind of assimilate it and imitate it. And I know for a fact that we can see Scottie's, progression and his, improvement over the years be proof of being, that iron sharpens iron mentality. So definitely, man. Yeah. Would he be, could Jordan have brought in somebody else? Say if Jordan and Rodman had teamed up, or say Jordan and let me see somebody else that would have been a 3. So I'm like, let's see. I can't really think of somebody in the 80s that was there outside of Rodman that would have been like that. But you could have put somebody next to Jordan and got similar results. I'm not gonna say six straight championships. No.
I mean, shit, Joe Dumars. I mean, Joe Dumars.
Oh, hell no. Yeah. Listen, even with that, if you put Joe Dumars next to Michael Jordan, that would have been scary. That would have been rip your pockets out.
Absolutely, man. I love this discussion because these are two hoop minds are talking again without being goofy. I hate when stuff gets so fan centric when you like a guy so much,
man.
You just get so goofy.
Or the dislike. Like, bro, listen, bro. Listen, bro. Listen. I gotta give a person their credit, bro. Like I said, if you're good, I can dislike you all day. I can dislike your you know what I'm saying, your attitude or your whatever. I can dislike you, but I'm not gonna discredit you, bro, as like a hooper. I even do that, playing pickup. It can be a dude I believe is completely trash. But hey, he's trash, but he's a hustler. You know what I'm saying? Or he's trash, he play good defense. You know what I'm saying? You had your qualities, I can give you that. But you still gonna be trash if you start opening your mouth. But I can give you credit for what you can do. And a lot of people don't know how to be, impartial and be realistic. And we had a conversation.
No, real shit. And so, even in my vocation, I'm a salesman, and there's some salesmen I just don't like. I just think they, part of my French, they're just some hoe ass niggas, and by niggas, they ain't gotta be black.
Exactly, I got you.
I just don't. I don't rock with them because they just some hoe ass people, in my opinion. But I'm not gonna ever say that he's or she's a bad salesman just because I don't like him. Hey, that motherfucker nice. I don't rock with him on no level, right? So I apply the same, disposition to, sports. At least I try to. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, I'm not gonna deny you your greatness just because I don't like you. It is what it is. It is what it is. Cause listen, like with Dwight Howard, I don't like Dwight Howard. I think Dwight Howard is a clown. I think Dwight Howard is a goofy. I think Dwight Howard is a coward in a lot of ways. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like that man ain't dominate on the defensive end like he did. I'm not gonna sit here and act like he didn't lead the Orlando Magic to the finals when the year that LeBron
was supposed to be there.
Right? Now Kobe and our Lakers watched him. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like he didn't get him there because he did. So I'm just that kind of guy, bro. I'm not gonna. At least I try not to. I'm not gonna let my personal biases deny you your greatness. That's me. So just saying. So let's keep the dossier moving, man. So what do we miss so far?
Well, we didn't really get it. We didn't get in depth into the Denver Suns situation, so we can get a little bit more deep on that. So, let's start here. Joel Embiid is MVP. Joel Embiid is this year's regular season MVP. Shout out to him. Congrats. I still think Jokic should have been the MVP. The dude averaged a triple double, man. Unofficial triple double. I think it was like 26. 11 and 9.8 or whatever it was. I think he had 9.8 assists, right? So for you to have an unofficial triple double as a big, the first person to ever do it, bro, it's crazy. To lead yourself to the team's number one overall in the West. I think a lot of politics got involved, but people start talking about, of course, he's a Euro guy, and they had Cousins talking about, we're talking about being the best of all time if you get 3 in a row. No, we're not. You're not talking about being the best of all times. You get 3 in a row, okay? Just like I was saying, Steve Nash was the best of all time, but back to back. You're just saying again, man, this dude has literally improved every year, and this year he improved even with Jamal Murray coming back, which was crazy. Jamal Murray is scary, man. I thought he was a little counterfeit, or I don't want to say counterfeit. I thought the bubble was everybody improved in the bubble, right? So I just thought he had the bubble bump or whatever. But man, what we're seeing in this, especially these playoffs and this series here specifically, bro, that dude's trouble. Jamal Murray's scary, dog. He's a monster. So Denver, if they beat them tonight, which they play tonight too, right? They play tonight or tomorrow night?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah. So if they win this game tonight, it's over. They're going to sweep. They're going to sweep. They're going to sweep Phoenix. And being that CP3 went down, You're gonna need all hands on deck with it's gonna be all on Booker and KD. I think KD's being too passive and he's
Yes.
letting Booker take on the load, which
Yes.
he's gonna have to take over and he's gonna have to put up a 40-point game, and Booker's gonna have to put up like a 30-point game. They have to win this next game. Like, no, like they have no other choice. They're gonna get swept, bro. If Denver sweeps them, this team just might be the team, man. And I was talking about this the other night on shout out to SKC for bringing up Stockton Malone, bro. To see Jokic and Jamal Murray on that pick and roll, bro. Oh my God, it's a thing of art. It really is. To see for Jokic's versatility off the pick and roll to be able to shoot it, or to get to the lane, floater, get there, hit you with a post move, spin move, get to the rack, the and one, being able to stop and pop at the free throw line or the elbow. Murray's elusiveness, quickness, athleticism after the pick, if you let him through. So yeah, man. And then all the other guys stepping up. Man, Denver is a really, really good looking team, man. And I had no idea they were this good. I didn't know they were this good.
Agree. And before we go forward, Ben, if you guys like the conversation, you got Mr. Fantastic, you got Hoop Jargon, give y'all these hoop breakdowns, man, like nobody else can do. Y'all hit the like button at least.
Yeah, hit the like, man. What we doing, man? Come on, man. We got the murder man over here, man. But if you lie, you steal. You steal. All right, y'all some killers, man. Y'all ain't no killers in here, man. Come on now, hit the like button, man. It's free.
Come on, it'll cost you nothing. If you really like it, hit the super chat. That's on your own volition. So I like where you're going with that, and I want to address this comment. Hexa Morris, that's an interesting name, says Kobe and passing don't belong in the same sentence in any positive way. So I find that to be very false. Kobe Bryant, did he have his selfish times? Absolutely, yes. But Kobe had a really good understanding that he passed the ball to guys he trusted. And with him and Paul Gasol, man, that they were simpatico in a lot of ways, and it was with Kobe passing the ball to him, with that high pick and roll action and things of that nature. So I don't think your comment is correct at all, because I think it's almost a trope. Like, it's a trope saying Kobe was just a ball hog, because bad Kobe, yes.
Yeah, but
Good Kobe would move that ball around. Go ahead.
Yeah, but even like I said, that was the before Powell years, like those 2 seasons or whatever, where post Shaq, to where Kobe had to take over. And again, man, you got Smush and Kwame Brown, man. Shout out to Kwame. Kwame's a YouTuber now. A little bold, right? But Kobe really didn't have a choice, right? But even if you go back and look, just go back and look at, like I say, the Shaq and Kobe, like one of the most famous alley-oops ever. Okay, was the fucking Shaq to it's my bad, the Kobe to Shaq alley in Portland, bro. That was a NBA. That's still one of the main NBA highlights you have.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying, when it comes to playoff time. Yeah. Come on, so again, like, bro, Shaq, Kobe's passing, bro, like I said, gets overshadowed. And then too, man, like you said, bro, especially with Powell. Again, Powell is one of the most underrated guys, I think, in the history of modern times, because he played next to Kobe and Kobe was so dominant. But bro, when I tell you, I call Powell the Euro Tim Duncan. Bro, Powell is the most skilled, not saying the best, but I'm saying the most skilled actual NBA career. I don't hit nobody else Sabonis. When Sabonis got to the league, he was 40-some years old, had bad knees, was slow as a turtle, couldn't really do anything, couldn't do much. But when I told you, from block to block, either side, post game, mid-range jumper, Kobe helped him out a lot when it came defensively, man. Again, to see his maturation from a defensive standpoint, from that first finals loss year to the next 2 years we won back-to-back, just crazy, bro, night and day. But yeah, man, like I said, if you watch those Lakers team once him and Kobe together, that too, like I said, low key, like I said, when you start talking about those honorable mentions, you got to mention Kobe and Powell, man. Got to.
Yeah,
gotta
real talk. Real talk. I mean, even he feeding Andrew Bynum, man. Like Kobe, even feeding Ron Artest. Like, listen, man. I give Kobe so much credit for 2010 when he had, Game 7 against the Celtics when we won.
Couldn't buy a basket.
Huh?
Couldn't buy a basket.
Couldn't buy a basket, but he did do. He had 16
defense.
Rebounds.
Defense and making the pass, man.
And he hit the goddamn free throws to seal the series out.
Yep.
Listen, man, any coach would tell you this. If you're having a bad shooting night, guess what you need to be doing? Something else.
Yes.
And Kobe was doing something else. Kobe had 16 rebounds, knocking down the clutch free throws. And listen, man, in that series, he did all the goddamn grunt work. He did all the grunt work. Kobe was out there killing them dudes, bro. That's real talk. So I understand. Listen, man, we in a society where points and assists is pretty much, if you're a guard, that's all people care about. But basketball is bigger than that. And I just want to say that, listen, man, if you are to really evaluate basketball, you gotta look a little deeper. And Kobe gave you what it deserved to win a championship. So I'll say that. And so JC Conquer sent that cash app, and I did get that from you, my brother. So you know that gets you over here. Gets you that dollar bill action. Money, yeah, yeah. Money, yeah. Much appreciated, bro. But yeah, man, I like this discussion. Fantastic, because we get into the minutia of all these, talking points.
Yeah.
Or these, what they call them, rhetoric points.
Yep.
And we kind of slashing through them. Man, you know what? Let's go this way. Steve Nash, do you think he deserved those two championships? I mean, those two MVPs.
No. The second one, no. The first one I could understand, but the second one, hell no. That was Kobe's MVP. And what happened was, they should have did for Kobe what they did for Westbrook, when Westbrook end up getting the MVP because he had the triple double. People don't understand that was the year Kobe averaged like 35 points a game. One man band, bro. I think they ended up as number 7, not even number 8, the 8th seed or whatever. That year, the second one that Steve Nash got, that was definitely Kobe's MVP. But if people remember, those go back that far. That was political. Kobe couldn't get the MVP because it was not far enough removed from his whole Denver situation. So
Agreed.
A lot of politics played into that.
Agreed. Yeah, Steve Nash, man. Listen, man. I like players who play basketball the right way. I think Steve Nash played basketball the right way. But if we're going to cut nuts, for him to get that second MVP over Kobe, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
what are we talking about? I think he averaged like 18 points that year or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like,
and just look at like I said, look at what he had versus what Kobe had, bro. He had Amari Stoudemire. He had the Matrix, Sean Marion.
Richard.
Yeah.
God dog, what's his name?
Hell, we talking about Boris Diaw and Barbosa, and I can't forget Richardson, Richardson. The same dude that
with Darius Miles, him and Quentin Richardson.
And then later on Jason Richardson. That you know what happened with Jason Richardson.
Which one? Jason?
Yeah, Jason Richardson.
Well.
Him and Steve Nash?
I don't know about that.
Brother, the baby? His old lady while he got divorced?
Oh, you talking about the athletic one?
Yeah.
Where with that? Like your boy.
That was that's the reason why he got divorced. That baby came out with a tan, and he shouldn't have one.
I didn't know that. You on some Delonte West shit?
Hey, man.
I didn't know that. Maybe I knew it. I just forgot.
Yeah. That was the word, man. He ended up had to get up out of there with that.
I mean, listen, man. Those kind of things happen. With team. What they say: familiarity breeds contempt, and also positivity. So with contempt wise, you see somebody so many times, and guess what? In a working group, you get some old R. Kelly action going on. Seems like you're ready. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I used to be a teacher. I've seen a lot of teachers get hit who are married, and I will leave them anonymous. You know what I'm saying, to the game, to the world. But I saw some teachers who were married and in happy relationships get knocked off. Just saying. In the classroom. Just saying. It is what it is. Let's see. Nash was 18-10 that year. I think still Kobe should got it. Yeah, exactly, Thunder. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, like you say, familiarity brings attraction. Absolutely. So those are things you see permeate in these spaces. And so it's just funny, man. So let me say this. This lady from University of, I think, Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio. I just read this. Was doing something with the player.
Bruh, like what the hell, man? Go ahead, man.
Yeah, man, and it's funny, right? Because I'm actually probably gonna do a stream on this because everybody went crazy because Ime Udoka had the impropriety with one of the workers and staff members, right? Which then they tried to use the subordinate to senior subordinate situation where he was her boss, so that type of situation. And Jalen Rose had to actually come out and publicly apologize because he was like, "What's the big deal? And why can't we distance on and so forth?" Women empowerment. Mm. It's crazy now that this is a woman on woman situation as to where nobody's going to bring up that whole senior subordinate situation and so on and so forth, and they're really going to brush it up under the rug. When again, if you had a male, imagine having a male coach, right? A male coach, because still even in the women's basketball, college basketball, the majority of coaches are still men, right? Imagine if a male coach had a intimate relationship with a female player, bro. That would be across every headline. That'd be the top of the list for everything. Absolutely. Even with it being consensual. But again, because two females are involved, we're just gonna get the little piece and brush it off to the side and so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's goofy, man. And listen, man. Coming from a guy who I've seen so much, bro. I coached Division I. I played Division I basketball, bro. The fraternization is so it's so prevalent. It's not even funny. And so now it's like the social media era. Now it comes to the forefront. I'm just like, this happens all the time, man. Great comment. He kind of encapsulated what I was saying, that familiarity breeds attraction. Yes, that's what goes on in these spaces. And it's just so, now that, social media can report it so quickly, it's just like, oh man, that's crazy. This goes on all the freaking time. It goes on all the freaking time. So it's just funny to see, like you said, that situation gets swept on the rug. It's basically a footnote, what I'm saying, in the sports community. But if you coach messing with a chick, I mean, this dude is the worst dude in the world.
He getting crucified.
And we know time is, and shout out to Jackie Loves Jack, man. She says, great show, listening from the clouds. Y'all inspired to go back to Washington. That's why we do this.
Hey, man, that's why we do it, baby.
That's why we do this. And you know what it gets you over here. Dollar Bill, come on, talk to him from the grave, man. Money, yeah. Money, yeah. Much appreciated, Jackie. So, I mean, but these conversations need to happen. And we got to come in and talk that talk, because I think a lot of people just miss out on these obvious things that should be said and should be done. And we talk about Ime Udoka, and just think about it. People who spoke on his behalf, what happened to him? Fantastic.
Oh yeah, bro. Like you said, you had to shut up. Shut up. They got close to Stephen A. had to tamp it down. And Stephen A. is the highest paid sports analyst or whatever, to where Stephen A. is now simping for trying to put his bid in with Nia Long, pretty much. Like she needs an apology. Like, bro, get her out of here, bro. She don't. Okay, she's a baby mama. Sorry. Okay. And all this stuff.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, no baby mamas don't get no apologies, man. But yeah, bro, you know how that dynamic works, and this is why we really want to get into it. You have to be very, very careful about bringing women into sports, or male-dominated sports and male situations.
Yes, because when you get a Maneka Andrews in the foxhole, you see what chaos that she brings. And shout out to Crowns Judah 144, man. Listen, man, when I changed my perspective on a lot of things, when I quote unquote came to the manosphere, Chronicles of Judah 144 was like the liaison of that, bro. When he broke things down to me, I was just like, he's right. And no disrespect to the lady listeners, but when you go into spaces and when women have carte blanche to do what they do, what you're gonna find is a lot of them gonna have fallacies. And you know, and for you guys listening who are not part of the manosphere, you're gonna get Melanie King situations where a chick who you think is talking all that good shit that you think, but when she get held to that fire, she gonna fold, right? And that's what I saw with that. And then so with Maneka Andrews, you seeing her as she habitually puts dudes in bad spaces, and by dudes I mean black men in bad spaces. That's what she do, right? So I always side eye that shit. I always side eye like, okay, yeah, it's a woman batting for the cause, cool, but when she held to that fire, what is she really about? And you see, again, chicks like Maneka Andrews talking about Jalen Rose. Oh, you put your hand under my shoulder, insinuating that he's trying to sexually, inappropriately sexually touch her. She's the same woman who, with Kendra Perkins, with Jalen Rose. Was Jalen Rose or Kendra Perkins? Somebody questioned about the situation with Jalen Rose about Ime Udoka.
Yeah, Jalen Rose. Yeah, he had to make it.
Yeah, it's like so. Why is the woman not being accused of that? And she went off on his ass about that. So I'm always a little skeptical about those. But you you can give me your opinion on that as well, brother.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it was unfortunate, and it's crazy, like to where this is what happens, and I hope, man, the Stephen A. Smiths and Jalen Roses of the world figure this out. And speaking of, you got to give a shout out to Draymond Green, man, because Draymond Green is doing his own podcast and going on his own. Shout out to Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown's right around the corner from us. You know what I'm saying? Somebody we can actually have a conversation with and talk to. And a lot of these dudes need to understand their power, man. Shout out to Uncle Shannon, man. Shout out to Club Shay Shay. I think a lot of these dudes are starting to understand, bro. You don't need these. You really don't need these corporations to do your own thing.
No,
for real.
That's Wiley.
And I wish, and I wish more brothers would start doing this, man, and going independent and leaving these things alone to show them. Because, bro, if Stephen A. left ESPN, bro, you know how much money this dude would be bringing in if he had a contract with on the level. Stephen A. could easily get a Joe Rogan contract. He could easily get, Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, all this stuff that's on the so forth. I just think, man, we have to start showing that we can do it on our own without, quote unquote, big media and these corporations, working for somebody, becoming our own bosses. And I hope that these brothers start doing well. I know for a fact we're starting to change that because both of them older than us. Yeah, they're in their 50s, right? Jalen Rose got to be in his 50s and Stephen A's in his 50s. So what's happening is us, of course, we're not their level or so on and so forth. But what we're encouraging these dudes and showing them, man, is that hey, bro, you don't have to go that route to work these people. You can work your own thing, and if you know what you're talking about, and you get a following, and you're able to attract people to come here, or you live to be your own boss, and you trap all the money, and then not only that, help other black men out to, start a network and start things building and so on and so forth.
No, that's absolutely right. And I want your opinion on this question from Rap God. He asked about your opinion about LeVar Ball as a partner. We don't kind of just popcorn it, and I don't know how much time you got, brother. I don't want to take too much of it. So you tell me how comfortable you are.
I got a stream coming up at 7. So yeah. But I'll answer this. Yeah, man, I answered a minute. Shout out to Rap God, man. Appreciate you, brother, for the appreciate you for the sub, brother. And brother, you may not be familiar with me, but I take black fatherhood extremely important, man. I'm a father. I do have 2 sons myself. I'm a daughter also, but I understand the importance of black fatherhood. And for him to go all out, man, and bet on his sons and pretty much promote his sons, build a brand off of his sons, and be his sons, man, number one fan, bro, and number one promoter, bro, you don't get no better than that. And we need more of that. And it's crazy what we talk about the media. The media tried to destroy this man for simply being a great father, for being a father that chose to bet on his sons and say, hey, my son is this good, and speak a lot of this stuff into existence. So yeah, man. I'm all for LeVar Ball, man. Shout out LeVar Ball. Never lost. You know what I'm saying?
Never lost.
Never lost. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You know,
I'll just say this, man. I met LeVar in person a few times. One of which I got to hang with the dude for a whole day. LeVar Ball is exactly what you think he is. That's what he is. LeVar is a real ass dude, man. Having met him, he made me and shout out to Ballfax, man. Big content creator, got a whole 100K subs. Me and Ballfax got invited to the mansion out here in Chino Hills. Made us breakfast. This dude talked how he talked on TV. He talks to everybody like that. Now he cusses a little more in real life. You know, he uses the N-word a lot, which I do too. So I mean, you know,
exactly. Hey man, you gotta know how to make it marketable, man. Shout out to LeVar Ball.
There you
Man.
go.
He's a master, man. Like you said, of media. That's who. Like I said, I don't think people give him credit for that. As boisterous as he was, and so on and so forth, he was very, very presentable. He stood his ground, especially with the
Christine
Leahy situation. And again,
Absolutely.
man, that's one of the best things I've ever seen a black man do, because it showed the quote unquote the caring or whatnot, what have you, as to how immediately if a man refuses and stands on someone talking down against his brand, and not only his brand but his family simultaneously, yeah, I'm not talking to you. We don't got nothing to talk about.
Going.
Yeah,
Bro,
exactly. You're not.
LeVar Ball ain't going.
Exactly.
If you say anything that is negative against what he has going and what have you, LeVar Ball is not going, and he will black you out so quickly. That's just what he is. You know what I'm saying? So almost to the effect that, I thought something I said that may not have been favorably, but I was in shout out to Flight Sports TV, who dropped that 20 ball on me earlier. He had a stream 2 months ago, and LeVar was still favorable to me. Okay, so cool. So I'm still cool with LeVar in his mind. But I'm gonna talk my shit how I see it. But LeVar don't play that shit. If you talk about his progeny, that bro, you are a victim, not a victim. You are a enemy for life, and he rides on that all the way through. So let me say that, goddammit. So I think most black men, it's called having a ruling class mentality. If you approach things that way, you're gonna yield good results from your progeny. And I know some people can, talk shit about the brothers getting hurt and all this, but you raised 3 NBA players, bro. I'm sorry. Sign me up for his failure, bro.
Exactly.
Sign me the freak up for his failure. But as we land the plane on the show, man, and I want to thank you so much, Fantastic, for being a part of this, man. Because I think we covered a lot of subjects that are vast, but are very pervasive, things that need to be discussed. And I appreciate you being a part of that, man. Anything you got, from a parting standpoint of what you want to say?
No, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you for brother, respecting my hooping knowledge, man, enough to invite me here, bro. Again, man, it's always wonderful to have a realistic conversation, and in depth, and teach a lot of lessons, man. Like I said, you talk about certain stuff we all remember, certain pivotal moments. And like I said, man, it just shows, that being a student of the game, having passion for the game, and just, enjoying basketball, man. So I greatly appreciate you, man, for considering me, man, and giving me the time to be on your platform, bro.
Man, likewise, man, because I think in these spaces, man, it's good for men who are approaching this with the right intent and the right sensibility. We come in cipher. And next time, I bring you up, I'll have other brothers come up. I'm just not big on panels like that.
I got you, man. Hey, can't get off the rails real quick. Trust me.
You know how it go, man. It'll go.
That thing will go from green to yellow real quick. The more of us you add to the mix, man.
Real talk. So I don't want this to be a 5-hour stream. I want it to be more of highlighting your basketball acumen, because I know most people, they know you for your everything acumen.
Yeah,
I want to kind of highlight your basketball acumen. And
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm just, again, man, I know what I'm doing, man. I'm still out here every week. I'm weekend warrior it, baby. And then sometimes during the week, I'm gonna get back to it.
That's what's up, man. So thank y'all so much. Y'all hit the like button if you've not done so already. Y'all support the stream, and thank y'all so much for being part of this. And if you have nothing else to say, Fantastic, we will hit the piece on the button screen. So all right,
salute, man. Holla at y'all.
Salute, man. Thank y'all for being a part of this stream. Until next time, we are out.